Today our guest is broadcast journalist turned filmmaker Mike Walter. His new film, Breaking News, Breaking Down, won the 2010 Cannes Best Short Documentary Award.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you bring to the table a 25-year career as a broadcast journalist. What made you decide to become a filmmaker?
There's that great film a few years back called Accidental Tourist. I kind of felt like that was me. I was a broadcast journalist. Suddenly the whole business was imploding, and I found myself on the outs just like so many others. And I thought, I've got this film that I'd been working on. I'll do that, and then at some point everything will clear up, and I'll just go back to broadcast journalism. But I've got the bug now, and now I'm working on other documentaries. And sometimes there's this bridge that you create in life, and then sometimes the bridge is created for you. And I found myself on that bridge, and I've moved into a different direction. I think we're kind of seen as one-dimensional journalists. It makes us. People recognize after they watch this film, they're people too. We have feelings just like everybody else.
Did you make the film for your colleagues, essentially, or did you make it to sort of explain that aspect of journalism to a broader public?
I think initially I made it for myself, really. It was kind of this process. I was going through my own issues after 9/11, and I think I also made it for other journalists who kind of could end up in the same situation as I did after 9/11. I was really confused by how I reacted to 9/11. I'd covered a lot of bad stuff. I'd covered the war in Somalia. I'd been to earthquakes and floods and hurricanes, you name it. And I'd always been able to compartmentalize. It was okay. I'd go out, I'd cover this story, and then I'd go home at night, and I could separate.
Yeah.
But somehow I had this issue after 9/11, and I recognized in making this film that there are a lot of journalists who struggle with trauma and covering traumatic stories and what it does to our psyche.
And I saw it. It just went, it was like a cruise missile with wings. Went right there and slammed right into the Pentagon.
I found on September 11th, as the day wore on, what I saw began to wear on me. I was surprised at my emotions.
I've got a 14-year-old daughter, and a lot of her friends have parents who work in the Pentagon. And I just talked to her on the phone, and those kids are going through agony tonight. They don't know if they're okay.
So many pressures in newsrooms in terms of, geez, we got to cut. We can't afford to keep these people on. And that's at the network level. You're seeing it in print, and you're seeing it at local television
Viewers
stations.
are being cut everywhere.
Yeah, but there's this other form of journalism that's really kind of emerging now, and it's exciting to be a part of it. I think because you really are given the time to really craft something too.